Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a very special episode here on the channel. Today we're going to be checking out the Better Mares update. Now this has been an update we've been waiting for a very long time. If you remember back, it's probably been months now since we finally filled out that community project and we're finally getting a first look at what this update actually has in store on the alpha server. So today's video will be on alpha, but we're going to be talking about kind of ways you can prepare on your regular or Ironman profiles as we progress through. So it should be really cool and a different insight into things that are coming your way in the brand new update. This update looks massive. There's a lot to go over, and this update is kind of unlike any other where it will literally affect every single second within Skyblock. Mares are a massive part of the gameplay in terms of if it's Aatrox, you're doing Slayers. If it's Mare Paul, you're probably grinding out some dungeons. Well, this basically revamps / makes upgrades to nearly every single mare in the game. So there's going to be a lot of different content to go through when you're playing on a daily basis. So we're going to dive into everything that's been added. So without further ado, leave a like and subscribe, and let's jump right into it. Super quickly though, if you do ever make your way over to Elizabeth in the brand new community center and you find yourself checking out in the Hypixel store, don't forget to use my creator code Zach. It is spelled just like my name, Z-A-C-H. If you use that on checkout for an upcoming fire sale, seasonal bundle, Skyblock gems, you will save 5% on your purchase. It's also a great way to support myself and the channel. I do greatly appreciate it. Without further ado, let's take a look at this update. So first and foremost, probably the biggest change that is going to smack you right in the face next time you join a Skyblock once this update drops is the brand new community center build. This thing looks insane. I love the look of it. Also, this clock up top, if I'm not mistaken, moves based on the time of day in Skyblock, which is ridiculous. I love that so much. It looks so sick. We'll come back and take a look at it later on. But as you can see, it should be moving. Like, I'm pretty sure this thing is actually moving. Right now it's pointed here. Right now it's 8:50 p.m. In about a couple seconds, it should switch over to be at the 9 p.m. point. I think this is just such a crazy, cool, like, little thing. But, like, it's 9 p.m. Let's see. Is it going to move? There it is. As you can see, it just moved up to 9 p.m. in game. Like, that is so cool that they have a working clock. So, big fan of that. I like little things that make the world kind of feel alive. Once you come in the community center, though, you're greeted by Clerk Seraphine. She says the same stuff she was saying before. Kind of just yapping, a little bit of rambling, but she's right here. Then you have Elizabeth to your direct left. Over here to the right, you have the city project area. As you can see, the current city project, the community center refurbishment, which we already completed, and preparing next city project over here, as well as Biblio, who is the Skyblock Wiki NPC. He now has a home inside the community center. He's located right over here. Very useful NPC. Over here is where you're going to have the mayor and the minister. So as you can see right now, they have placeholder mayors and minister Nancy and minister Nancy. I'll explain how you determine which one's going to be a mayor and who's going to be a minister. And then right at the back, the main part of the community center, mayor elections. As you can see, time left, and the warp button. They moved this way higher up, which is pretty cool. And then obviously the mayors that are currently active. If you head into the election room, it's looking a little bit different. A lot more sandstone than there used to be, but still general same layout and shape to the overall area. And as you can see, we have our 5 candidates who are all running, as well as our mayor and our clerk. So once you go into the mayor election booth, you will see that a lot of familiar faces. There's actually no brand new mayor, which is kind of surprising. I thought we might see like Mayor L or some other NPCs finally get their chance to be a mayor in Skyblock, but that is not the case. They've just actually added more perks to existing mayors. So if we work our way through, let's just take a look at some of the perks that are currently on display. I'll also leave a link to the forum post down below where you can see everything about this update, as well as Mayor's brand new 4th perks and the list of all the changed perks to every current Mayor. We're going to do our best to cover as much as we can. Finnegan, for starters, got a massive overall. He is actually useful for farming on the garden, which is great. First perk you can see is Pest Eradicator. The duration of Pest Hunter Phillips farming fortune bonus is now 60 minutes, and pests are now 4 times more likely to spawn in sprayed plots. That's great if you need pests or a little bit more farming fortune for a longer period of time. Overall, really good for farming. Also, Goaded remains the same. Jacob's farming contest brackets include up to 10% more players each, so that's pretty good. Blooming Business. Now, this is an amazing perk. This is going to make me want to farm the entirety of Mayor Finnegan. All garden visitors reward fine flour and plus 10% copper for accepting offers. It also invites 5 unique visitors to your garden and makes higher rarity visitors 20% more likely to show up. So there's a lot to kind of unpack there. 10% more copper is amazing. There's four or five brand new visitors that are unique, and you can only get when Finnegan is in office. One of which is some type of Rhino NPC who actually offers dedication 4. So a proper way to get it that isn't just hoping a librarian is carrying the book, which is amazing for us Ironman players out there. Then visitor rewards also grant fine flour. If you get 3,000 fine flour, it's just an item that it gives you while doing visitors. You get 3,000 of this stuff, you bring it to Caroline and Scarleton to permanently gain 5 health and 12 wheat fortune. I think it'd be really cool. We've gotten quite a few of these now. Like, I think there's one for cocoa, carrot. We now have wheat. I might even be missing another, but I think it'd be really cool if we actually had a, if this gave Skyblock XP. I think that would be good, honestly. I'm surprised it doesn't yet, but great stuff with Mayor Finnegan. And he also has another perk, which I'm pretty sure there's more items in the Finnegan's kind of shop over at the Trapper. Actually, if we go Warp Trapper, I think all Mayor perks are currently active here on Alpha. So at Talbot's shop, who is this one here, or wait, which one's Talbot? Aren't you Talbot? And now I'm really, oh, here he is. Okay, if we go and talk to him really quickly, there should be some new items. Yes, the brown bandana, which gives pest chance for every pest bestiary tier unlocked. This is really good. It's a pet item. Then we have the Doce Plui de Stinky Cheese, which is basically a potion that gives you an extra 20 bonus pest chance. This will not be added to God Potion, so this is how you get it. And then the Pest Vest, which gives bonus pest chance and decreases the spawn cooldown of pest by 20%. So some cool new items to the Talbot's Finnegan's Trapper shop. So pretty cool stuff. I'm not going to go through every Mayor perk, but I'll do my best to summarize and kind of show you guys the most important ones. Mayor Diana also has a very cool new perk, which is Sharing is Caring. Unlocks 2 more EXP share slots in your pets menu and increases the EXP share rate by 10%. Now, this one's really interesting, I'm going to be honest. This is a crazy change that I think is actually really cool. They basically add EXP sharing and let your pets gain pet EXP without them being actively deployed. Now, this is active year-round. I think this is just a new feature. But during Mayor Diana, you actually unlock 2 more EXP sharing slots. So as you can see, I have EXP share slot 1, 2, and 3, and basically by having my 3 pets in here, this pet is currently gaining 22% of your equipped pet's EXP, which is amazing. And as you can see, I just have random pets selected in here, and I can go ahead and swap them out for whatever. Let's say I want to put this Epic Hound in there. He's now gaining EXP. It's great. I think you're going to have 1 slot all year round, all the time, which is already amazing, and you don't need an EXP share item. And if you have an EXP share item on that pet, it just boosts the rate of it happening. So gone are the days of me having to go and try and hunt down an EXP share core just because I'm wasting EXP. Like, I think you guys are well aware of how much EXP is on my turtle pet. If we go and take a look at this dude, 191 million. Yep, he's level 100 all right. He's ready for level 200, I'm going to be honest. He's very close to being ready for that. So, really cool perk, really cool new feature. Then, Mayor Cole. Oh my goodness, these changes are something else. I am a huge fan of these. I actually am. I've done a lot of mining fiestas in my day, and them being 5 hours and 10 minutes long is like the most out of way thing to do, especially when it's one that happens at like 2 a.m. start time, and I'm mining till 7 a.m. It is the worst. Now, instead of 2 mining fiestas, it's going to schedule 5 mining fiestas throughout the year. During these events, gain 75 mining wisdom, collect refined mineral and glossy gemstones, and earn 2 times drops from mining. So you heard that right. Glossy gemstones are a brand new drop that you can get while mining during the mining fiestas. Mining fiestas are the exact same way they were before, except for now there's 5 of them that all last for 2 hours and 20 minutes. I think this is a way better change. 2.5 hours is way less of a commitment than over 5 hours of time. Mining fiestas were brutal in the past. This should hopefully make them a little bit better, and it's actually more mining fiesta time when you look at it. So great change. I really like this. Then we have Molten Forge. Decrease the time it takes to forge items by 25%. Talk about an amazing change. That is a sick one as well. So pretty exciting stuff. The big ones, though, let's go and talk about Mayor Diaz. Mayor Diaz is going to add a whole new kind of event thing, if you will, or like kind of extension to the Shen's auction in a sense. This building here, there's 3 new NPCs right across from the bazaar. And this is where you buy stock of stonks, which is kind of crazy. A little bit of a meme item. It is now actually in the game. So here it is. The amount of stock of stonks you get depends on your placement in the stonks auction. The more coins you bid, the higher you'll place. So if you place in the top 100 with your bid, you will get 25 stock of stonks all the way down to everyone else. So at a minimum, let's say you're broke, kind of like me, and you just want your 1 stock of stonks, you can bid 2 million coins, which is the minimum bid amount, and you will get 1 stock of stonks. I'm not sure how often this auction happens. It might say in the forum post. I just didn't see it. Either way, these are going to get expensive, and it's a little bit of a money sink, kind of brutal on Ironman, but has to be done. So we're going to need a lot of these things. And you might be wondering, what can I use stock of stonks on? Which is a great question. And that would be right here at Liz. Liz has 4 different items available for purchase. First of all, the Golden Bounty, which when applied to a weapon increases its scavenger level by 1. The weapon must have scavenger 5 on it, so this is a way to get scavenger 6, which is pretty cool. Costs 20 stock of stonks. Then the Avaricious Chalice. I'll let you guess how to pronounce that in the comments down below, but it costs 50 stock of stonks. And you need a few of these things. I actually have one in my inventory. If we go and right-click it, there's an upgrade to the Emerald Ring to make it the Emerald Artifact. As you can see, a bunch of enchanted emerald blocks and one of the chalices and the Emerald Ring. Then we have the Crown of Avarice, or however you want to say it. This is pricey. You need 4 of these things, which is 200 stock of stonks, some enchanted gold, a stack of griffin feathers, and a crown of greed. This item here is really interesting. Coins you collect from killing mobs are consumed by the helmet. Gain a percentage of damage and 0.6 magic find for each digit of coins collected, capped at 1 billion coins. That's going to be something that's going to be a little fun to max out and a little tedious. The fact that I could be missing out on 1 billion coins, though, like, do you know how many mobs you have to kill for this thing to consume 1 billion coins? It's going to be ridiculous. But either way, might be new best in slot for Magic Find. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, either way, very interesting craft. Quite expensive as well. Then, golden fragments. Now, these are actually really, really good. So it's 3 stock of stonks per golden fragment. If we go and right-click this thing to see it, we have an upgrade to the Midas Staff, the Daedalus Axe, and the Midas Staff. Now, however, it is doing a lot more than just putting this little symbol beside its name. As you can see, the Midas Staff, we look at the description, the strength and damage bonus of this item is dependent on the price paid for it in the dark auction. The maximum bonus of this item is 120 if the bid was 50 million coins or higher. Now, as you can see, it is quite a bit better. The maximum bonus of this item is 175 if the bid was 250 million coins. So as you can see, you basically need to pay 5x. And it's the same story over here with the Midas Staff. As you can see, if you paid 100 million coins, which is the normal Midas Staff, now it's almost double the damage if you bid 500 million coins. Now you might be wondering, what if I paid 100 million coins? What do I do? There's an NPC over here named Aurelia. You can go and talk to her, and you can actually put your Midas Staff or Midas Sword in here, and you can increase the bid. You can set the price that you actually want to put on your Midas Sword or Midas Staff. So very interesting. This might actually decrease the price of Midas Swords and Midas Staffs in the dark auction, because you can just add your price on later instead of fighting with people in the actual auction. So hopefully that's the case, and I can get my Midas Staff for nice and cheap, but we'll have to wait and see. The other one that I kind of skipped over, the Daedalus Axe. Now, this is a crazy change. So here's the Daedalus Axe as it currently is. If we go ahead and look at the final perk once you go and upgrade it with golden fragments, gain 0.5 magic find against mythological creatures for each bestiary tier you have unlocked for mythological creatures. So I'm pretty sure this goes up to an extra 30 magic find, which is amazing, as well as more base damage and gains an extra +1 damage per taming level, copies the stats from your active pet. So pretty insane, not gonna lie. This is ridiculous, actually really, really good, and probably the one you should prioritize the most. Definitely the one I'll be prioritizing, so pretty exciting stuff. Then, if we go and look, we have the freshly minted coins. Now, this is where things get a little brutal. This item has a skyblock wide limit of 5,000 units every 4 hours. So only 5,000 of these things are available every 4 hours in game. And you might be wondering, what do I need these for? Well, you need a lot of them. If we go and right click, there's an upgrade to the scavenger talisman, being the scavenger ring, which requires 8 freshly minted coins and 4 bloodstained coins, which are a freshly minted coin with 4 hemoglass on the outside like so, and you need 4 of those in each corner. Here's the recipe for the bloodstained coins. Then we have an upgrade to the talisman of coins for these freshly minted ones for a ring of coins, which is great. Then we have the scavenger artifact. So as we were just looking at the scavenger ring, there's an upgrade to it where you need 4, 8, 12, 16 freshly minted coins and 4 blood-soaked coins, which is the blood-stained coins, then surrounded with half a stack of hemoglass. So getting a little bit pricey for the vampire minions, which is a little rough, but I think it'll be worth it. So grants 0.75 coins per level of the killed enemy. Kind of insane. That's actually really good, I think. So yeah, not too shabby. Then we have the artifact of coins, which is 16 freshly minted coins, which is an upgrade to the ring of coins. There's the talisman of coins, turns into the ring of coins, then the artifact of coins, then the relic of coins, which is a stack of freshly minted coins. Then, yeah, here's the artifact recipe at the end. So you need a lot of these things, but it's going to be really interesting how this kind of plays out, how much these are going to be worth, and I'm really curious to see. So that is what Diaz has to offer when she goes into office. And last but certainly not least of the mayor changes we'll be talking about is Mayor Foxy. As you can see behind me, we have this fancy new carnival tent, as well as all the mini games that follow behind here in the carnival next to the mountain. Now, this is a really cool build. I like the build as is. Right from the hub, you have this bright, colorful tent, which honestly looks sick. And when you head inside, you have the carnival leader, as well as Chantel, who gives you carnival goals. So every time Foxy comes in the office, you'll be able to pick up 25 carnival tickets from the carnival leader, which look just like this. Used to play games at the carnival when Foxy is mayor. And over here, we have Chantel, who every time she's in office will give you brand new goals with rewards to complete in the actual carnival. So as you can see, some of them will be, there's 3 different games in the carnival, by the way: fruit digging, catch a fish, and zombie shootout. For example, this one's play 3 games of fruit digging, and then return I got 50 carnival tokens and 5 more carnival tickets. It costs you 5 tickets to play a game. You can play as many games as you can with however many tickets you get. These rewards give a ton of tickets so you can continue to play. As you can see, each reward giving 5 tickets back. So this is an extra 75 tickets you'll get back, allowing you to play games 25 times. No, sorry, how many times is that? Like, it's a good amount of times, actually. That is 15. You can play up to 15 more times, which is really nice, on top of the 25 that Carnival Leader gives you per day. And then you might be wondering, what can you actually spend these carnival tokens on? These rewards give a good amount, as well as you actually get some just by playing the games. I believe every 100 points that you get while playing one of these mini games is in return 1 token that you can actually use over here at the souvenir shop. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the rewards you can get from the souvenir shop. First of all, there's 2 different shops. There's the mask shop and the event shop. The event shop is pretty insane. We'll get to that in a second. The mask shop, honestly, is in its own right as well. So as you can see, you collect carnival tokens. Let's go and take a look at the mask shop. So first of all, you have the carnival mask bag. Holds carnival mask. Each unique mask, which is within this bag, grants +1 intelligence. Really cool. It's a brand new accessory. You're going to want this thing because there's a lot of different masks for you to get. As you can see, there's 6 different masks that you can buy here. There's also other ways to get different masks just throughout the game by playing. So you guys are going to have to check out the forum post or hop on the alpha to discover those. I'm just going to go over all the immediate changes we can kind of see right away. So first of all, we have the zombie mask, which increases the stats of undead armor pieces by 5%. The salmon mask gain 10 speed and 10 fishing speed while in water, which is pretty cool. Armadillo mask. This one's great. Gain 50 plus mining fortune on non-orb blocks. That means red sand and mycelium, which is honestly the best thing I've seen so far in this update. Then we have the parrot mask. Nearby players within 20 blocks gain 1 strength for each upgrade of your intimidation accessory. Then we have the bee mask. Double the pet stats of your active bee pet. And then we have the frog mask, which is probably the most interesting one. Every Skyblock day, a random region in the park is selected. While in that region, gain 20 forging fortune, and 5 forging wisdom. So a little bit of motivation to get yourself to forging 50 before the inevitable forging update, which is pretty cool. Then we have these carnival games. I don't know if I want to spoil these too much. I kind of want you guys to be able to hop on and experience them for yourselves. We have the zombie shootout, though, where you get a little blow dart and you shoot these zombies. Very self-explanatory. The ones with higher tiered helmets give more points, and baby zombies give double points. These lamps also light up, which can give you some points throughout the minigame as well. Up here, we have dig up a fruit. Basically, he'll give you a shovel, and you can go ahead and dig up 10 pieces of fruit, and your combined score from those 10 various fruit you get is your points that you get. As you can see, here's my best score of 4,250 from the 3 times I played it. And then over here is catch a fish. So here, a bunch of little fish heads will spawn in. You need to right-click them with the fishing rod that this NPC gives you over here, and hold right-click to reel it in. Different color fish give different amounts of points. Honestly, the mini games are pretty fun. They might get a little boring and a little bit repetitive, but you don't have to do them a crazy amount of times. And honestly, you aren't restricted to doing all 3. So you can kind of choose which one you enjoy the most and kind of grind out your tokens on that one. Next up, though, the event shop. This is where things kind of get crazy. There's an event shop for Spooky Festival, Season of Jerry, Fishing Festival, and Mining Fiesta. In the Spooky Festival, we have Candy Souvenir. Gain a percentage more candy from all sources during the Spooky Festival. Increase your chance to catch spooky sea creatures. Then we have grants a % chance for green candy drops to be purple candy instead. And then increase your chance of finding trick-or-treat chests and party chests by a %. So when Foxy's in office, the Spooky event actually has a chance to drop party chests, which have different rewards, all of which you can find on the forum post link down below. Then we have the Season of Jerry. Increase your chance to catch winter sea creatures during the Season of Jerry. Gain a % more gifts from all sources during the Season of Jerry. Gain a % more coins and skill XP from gifts. And then grants a % chance for gift drops to be red gifts instead. So pretty cool stuff there. Then we have Fishing Festival. Gain more fishing wisdom during the Fishing Festival. Increase your chance to catch sharks by a percentage during the Fishing Festival. We have increases your chance of dropping shark teeth by 10% during the Fishing Festival. By the way, all these upgrades I think can be upgraded about 5 times and give Skyblock XP. I think this whole shop gives 196 to be exact. And then we have this last perk, which grants a % chance for sharks to drop an extra shark fin during the Fishing Festival. Pretty cool. Saving best for last, Mining Fiesta. So, grants a % extra chance to find refined minerals and glossy gemstones during the Mining Fiesta. We'll talk about glossy gemstones in a sec because there's a lot of new stuff there. Then, gain more mining fortune during the Mining Fiesta. I'm pretty sure this goes up to an extra 25, so you're going to want to do this if you find yourself mining during those fiestas. Then gain a % more mithril, gemstone, and glaciite powder during the Mining Fiestas, and increase your chance of finding titanium by a % during the Mining Fiesta. Very weird last perk, but this mining fortune one is definitely the most exciting to me. Now, something we also need to talk about is glossy gemstones. If we head on over to Croatia to actually steal one, or Centauri, sorry, to steal one. If we go into featured items, if we grab it out right here, glossy gemstones. So I believe these are kind of just like obtained the same way you get refined minerals. And it's an upgrade to all the mineral stuff. You have an upgrade to the mineral talisman, being the glossy mineral talisman. Then you have an upgrade to the mineral chestplate, which becomes the glossy mineral chestplate. And this is actually a really big upgrade. So basically, the set bonus now, as you can see, this one where you break multiple blocks around you, there's a new set bonus, which gives you 200 more mining fortune on non-ore blocks. That is sands. That includes mycelium and red sand. So this is probably going to be the new meta set for it. And as you can see, there's all 4 pieces, which look amazing. As the Beast Crafter is wearing in front of me, you got this purple new mineral set. It looks super clean. Big fan of the look. And yeah, just some new items you can craft with those. One thing I also want to talk about is the brand new items over at the Forger. So there's some new items being added over in the item casting section. We're finally getting some proper equipment sets. We're getting an entire mithril set, which as you can see is quite cheap and very early game, which is super nice. It's only 3 enchanted mithril per piece, and each piece gives you 20 mining speed and 5 mining fortune, and grants +5 mining fortune while mining mithril, and full set bonus dwarf wannabe grants 30 mining speed and 5 mining fortune while in the dwarven mines. And this set actually has an upgrade to the titanium set, as you can see right here. There's all 4 pieces, and these are crafted by 16 refined minerals, the previous tiered set, like the mithril set, as well as a refined titanium. And these in return give 30 mining speed and 10 mining fortune each, and grants 10 mining fortune while mining mithril and titanium, and grants 50 mining speed and 40 mining fortune while in the dwarven mines. Great stat boost early on in the game. These pieces are amazing, and they don't end there. This is the end of this upgrade line, but there's a new one, the Amethyst, Jade, Sapphire, and Amber set. So these are really cool. These, for some reason, don't require the previous tier, but I guess these are just meant for Dwarven Mines, and these ones are actually meant for the Crystal Hollows. So each piece gives you 30 mining fortune when mining their respective gemstone type, as well as 30 base mining speed, 10 base mining fortune, and the full set bonus grants 75 mining fortune while in the Crystal Hollows, which is amazing. Extra stats, which is just terrific. You love to see it. I love seeing more stats, and these require glossy gemstones, which we are going over, so you actually need 2 stacks of those for this whole equipment set, as well as a flawless gemstone of the respective type, and a stack of fine gemstones of the respective type. And all 3 of these equipment sets have their very own museum donation, which is super cool. Then the last item, well, we also have this, the Gleaming Crystal, which is a brand new reforge. I don't think it's too amazing though, but I'll let you guys hop on Alpha and decide that for yourself. The last big item though that's added to the forge that really matters is the Devon's Powder Coating. Now, when applied to Devon's armor, grants 10 mining fortune, and when applied to a drill, grants 500 mining speed. You're going to need 5 of these for your entire setup, basically. Each one requires half a stack of glossy gemstones, 32 refined minerals, 5 Devon fragments, and 16 enchanted gold blocks. We're going to have to do a video where we prepare for this update because I need to do some nucleus runs to get some more Devon fragments, but yeah, these are going to be super worth it and a great stat boost. So you love to see it. But yeah, a bunch of new forage items, and a lot of the new stuff in the update is also added to the museum, so there's even more Skyblock XP to be gained there. There's two more things I want to go over really quickly. You might be wondering, how do you actually get a minister? Because mares are obviously what we vote on, but how do you end up with a secondary mare almost? As you can see, each mare now has a perk that has a little star beside it. For example, Aatrox, besides Slayer XP buff, has a little star saying earn 25% more Slayer XP, and at the bottom it says minister perks are also granted if this mare wins second place. So whichever mare we vote in, let's say we were to vote in Diana here with all three of her perks, and let's say Aatrox came in second, we would get all of Mare Diana's perks, and we would get that starred Mare Aatrox perks because he came in second. So it's actually really cool. So let's say a lot of people want to do one certain mare, but there's a really good minister perk on another. We would vote to try and get that one second. Let's say we wanted to decrease the time it takes to forge items by 25%. Then the community can try and make sure that Mare Cole comes second place in the election, and we'll actually get that perk. So really cool. I think that's super dope, because sometimes I just feel like I don't want to do Mare Diana, and Mare Diana's in office, so I can't really do anything about it. But let's say that Mare Aatrox had a really good perk that was secondary, or Foxy, or any of the other mares, then I can actually focus on that mare instead. Just gives a little bit more content to some people who may be done with a complete mares kind of perk line, or just feel like doing something else in general. So I think that's really cool and a great feature. The other thing I want to talk about, this is alpha specific, and I think it's a great idea. I know this has been recommended a ton, and it's nice to see them finally implementing it. If you talk to Centauri on the alpha server, you're going to want to do this. There's now a alpha checklist. Basically, by completing this list of goals, basically going through and kind of testing out the update, complete all carnival objectives, bid on the stocks auction, forge an item in the forge to see the new items, fish up a sea creature at Jerry's workshop, and assign a pet to an EXP share slot, you get a commemorative item on the main server, basically showing that you helped test out the brand new update. I think this is really good. I think a lot of people before used to hop on alpha like myself, see what the update actually had in store, kind of look at some of the new items, and then hop off, not really play the new content. And then when it comes to main server, we end up with all these bugs because no one actually played them. So I think this is great. Really happy to see them finally add this. And let me go complete all the carnival objectives so we can actually see what the commemorative item looks like on the main server. And there we go. I should have all the carnival goals complete. As you can see, they're all filled up, and it says congratulations on completing all the objectives on the alpha checklist. Your commemorative item will be delivered to you shortly. Thanks for testing your reward, the campaign poster. So I think this is a really smart idea, actually get people to play some of the updates through on alpha. I mean, I've been on here for a couple hours just looking around, testing things out, kind of breaking down the cost of things. There's a lot of things I didn't cover. Every mare has brand new perks besides Aatrox and Mare Paul. They said that some of the ideas they have for them are just going to take longer to develop. That's what it says on the forum post. I highly recommend reading through it, and if you plan and want like a extensive kind of breakdown of everything. But this is all the immediate stuff and kind of the general gist of what you can expect in the brand new update. Every mare has brand new perks. There's ministers, so you're going to have like basically two mares worth of perks, which is honestly amazing. So big fan of that. I think that's super cool. I love the brand new carnival games. The stonk auctions are going to be something to be seen on how they actually work and what the price of these things are. But if you're broke like me, you can still pay 2 million coins per and kind of just get them slowly and passively that way. Mare Diaz also doubles the amount of Shen's auctions and the amount of people who win them. So I think that's super cool. Should hopefully decrease some of these Shen's auction items, which is very, very needed because some of them have just gotten so out of control. It's ridiculous. But yeah, there's a few other ways to get stonk of stonks as well, like through dark auctions and darker auctions. So there's some really cool stuff, as well as some things to farming contests, basically every type of event in the game. If we look in the Skyblock XP leveling, there's 196 XP from carnival perks. There's brand new museum donations. There's a ton of stuff. So I highly recommend you hop on alpha and check it out yourself. And as you can see, right after completing all the goals on the alpha server, you can just hop onto the main server and pick up your campaign banner, which is alpha better mares testing. And as you can see, it says if these posters are being dropped in mass, who's responsible for picking them all up, unlocked for all players who participate in the Better Mares alpha test, which is super cool. Big fan of it. And as you can see, there's a little picture on it of someone holding up an Ender Dragon, so a little Easter egg there for something. But either way, cool that people can actually get a commemorative item in game for actually hopping and checking out the alpha server. But unfortunately, that's all the time I have for today's video. Highly recommend you hop on the alpha server, get the item yourself, test it out. I think the update's really cool though. There's a lot of really cool changes to some of the existing events and kind of reworks to previous content content, and some of the mares that were really useless are very useful now. So really excited about that. If you guys are as well, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of this update. And without further ado, I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Take care and peace out.